Hello, I'm Ross, and I'm going to show you how you can use aria-live regions to announce dynamic content changes to screen readers and make your website more accessible. Screen readers typically read content sequentially, which makes it difficult to convey updates that occur asynchronously to our users who use screen readers. So they may be at a lower portion of the page and something updates in the header or in a different area, and they will not know that that happened. So aria-live regions will allow developers to notify users about these updates effectively. So I'm going to show you how you can do this with a simple weather app tutorial today. I'm using VoiceOver on macOS and Safari to test this tutorial. So here's our weather application. It fetches data from the OpenMeteo API. The application updates a span element with the fetch temperature data. So I'll copy that in, and you can see we've got a button element. That button element has an event listener that listens for the click event and then runs this getWeather function. This getWeather function will set the text content of this span to loading, request some data from an API, and set the text content to the current temperature and degrees once it's completed that request. So we can test this out with the screen reader to see how it works. And I'm going to click the button, and you can see from the middle here, this is what the screen reader reads out, and it did not read out the updated temperature. The user would have to navigate back to that paragraph in order to see the updated degrees. So how can we make this more accessible? We can add in the aria-live attribute. And this attribute specifies an element as a live region, which instructs screen readers to announce any content changes within that region. As 3 values, you can specify off, which is the default, which means no announcements. Polite will announce changes once the current reading has finished. So if the user's in the middle of another paragraph, it'll tell the screen reader about what changed at the end. And then assertive will announce the changes immediately and interrupt the current passage being read. So we can mark our p tag as an aria-live region by adding the aria-live polite attribute. So let's do that. We've marked this as polite, and now we can see how the screen reader interacts with that element. And we'll click on the weather button, and you can see it read out loading and then 31.8 degrees. So it targeted the span element as the element that changed and just read the updated contents of that span element. What if we want to target the p element instead? We can use the aria atomic attribute to have it read out the entire contents of the paragraph instead of just the span. This attribute can be set to true or false, and the screen reader will start at the element that's changed, so in this case the span, and traverse up the DOM until it finds this aria atomic attribute. So it could be on a different element if this span is nested in multiple places, or you can put it on the actual aria-live region, in which case it will read out the entire contents instead. So let's see the result of that. And I'm clicking the Get Weather button, and you can see it reads out the current temperature is loading, and then the current temperature is 31.8 degrees. The entire contents of the paragraph tag. Finally, we have the aria busy attribute. Right now, if the text content is updated with the result before the screen reader finishes the reading, so when it's saying the current temperature is loading, you can see that appeared really fast and then got replaced again. When that's being read out, it'll just be cut off. So to make this a little smoother and less jarring experience, we can use the aria busy attribute, and this will effectively mute updates until the final content is ready. So we can set this attribute with JavaScript at the right time inside of our event handler. So we'll set it before The text content is set to loading, which will make it so that change is not read out. And then we'll unmute before the final change to ensure that the final temperature is read out. And we can see how that looks. And you can see the current temperature is 31.8 degrees again. Ensuring accessibility in dynamic web applications can be difficult. Aria-live regions provide a powerful tool for us to convey real-time updates to screen reader users. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.